Hello everybody, this is Intrepid83 and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy X HD. Alright, so it took me about 3 hours or so to do it, but I have finished building the Ragnarok for Tidus, the Heavenly Access for Yuna, the Muramasa for Orin, the Luin for Kimari, Blowout for Waka, Space Soul for Lulu, and the Victorix for Riku. So there we go. So yeah, it took me about 3 hours or so to complete those. And on the note of those weapons, what I said last episode about how much money it would cost to build the triple AP weapon yourself, like just the triple AP weapon, I was way off. But I did post in the video description the actual numbers of what to expect on average to build them yourself. And yeah, definitely just the sheer amount of gil required for that. And the time and effort to invest it in just to getting the weapons with triple AP on them, not even including the overdrive to AP or the triple overdrive abilities. Yeah, definitely that in itself makes it worthwhile just to go up against the One Eye and fight it for the drops. So yeah. So yeah, be sure to check out the video description from last episode if you're curious to see what that would have been all about to do them from scratch. So yeah, now that we've got the weapons for doing this, for getting us around the sphere grid, now we need to think about how we're going to be replenishing our stock of stat spheres here. Now there's a few ways I'm going to go over here. The first one is basically dedicated to people who are playing the North American PlayStation 2 versions or equivalent. Essentially any version that does not have the where is it? Thought for sure Waka had it. No, maybe not. Like the oh, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Like the extract power and extractability, extract speed, extract monos abilities. Yeah, any version of the games that do not have those available, which also means that you do not have access to the weapons that you can actually that have like the distill power, distill speed, and so on and so forth, that force an enemy to drop those spheres. Yeah, for those versions of the games that do not have that, this is for you. So it's going to be a lot slower, but it's still probably the best way that I can think of to come up with it. So if you've got any other pointers about that, by all means share them in the comments section below. But for the recommended for me for power spheres, I recommend going up against the Iron Giants in the Thunder Plains. I believe they drop anywhere from 2 to 3 power spheres per battle. So you can summon, and plus they're fairly cheap to summon, so yeah, good way to go. I'd say try to go that route. Quick to kill, quick to summon, or easy to summon kind of thing. Next up would be Monospheres, and there's actually 2 options here for you. The first one would be the Floating Death. They drop, you're guaranteed to get 2 per floating death that you kill, but obviously it's a flying enemy, so some party members may have a hard time hitting it, or if you just, or if you're interested in just trying to make it so that anybody can hit them kind of thing, I would recommend the Curl in the Comlands here. It's well, okay, the price isn't all that much different, so yeah, it's slightly cheaper to summon the Curls, and you can get what they drop 1 to 2 Monospheres for each Curl that you dispose of. So yeah, a couple of options there. For Speed Spheres, I actually recommend fighting the Cactuars from Bikanel. They drop a minimum of 2. They drop 2 to 3 Speed Spheres for each one that you kill. Obviously, this is definitely going to be an enemy where you're going to need Waka for, probably, most likely, to be able to hit it. So yeah, Cactuars, way to go there. And then ability spheres. I would actually recommend potentially just going after the Basilisk here. Basilisk and okay, so yeah, definitely the Basilisk. It's a lot cheaper to summon than the Chimera. Chimera is another option as well, but I'd say go with the Basilisk. You've got stone protection on you anyway, so you should be all right. So yeah, just take out summon the Basilisk for 187 gil, take it out, and they drop 1 to 2 ability spheres. Keep in mind, ability spheres are probably going to be the least, probably going to need to be replenished the least amount. So yeah, probably don't need to worry about those too much, but just to make sure you're aware of where you can get those. All right, so that's for the the North American PlayStation 2 or equivalent versions. So next up is the version that we are playing here, the HD remaster, and it also applies to the international PlayStation 2 version. Alright, so first up,
We're counting on you, kid.
we need to go to Kilika. There is a specific type of weapon we need to build. Okay.
Here we go.
Now, if you're at the point... Now, I'll go into that when we get to the enemy. But, yeah, so I want to buy 4 Hawkeyes. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. And with these Hawkeyes, I want to customize initiative, oops, and distill power, initiative, distill mana, initiative, distill speed, and initiative, and distill ability. There we go. So we got those. As you can see, it takes 2 spheres of each to customize the weapon, so yeah. Which means I should probably show you the first way. So yeah, there's going to be an enemy I'm going to be using or recommending to do this for replenishing your stat spheres, but if you're short on spheres that you can't customize those weapons, I may as well show you this area first before we get to that. Actually, if you don't have the spheres, then you may as well just go the same route I just mentioned with the fiends in the monster arena. Alright,
yeah. Here we go!
Alright. Let's head back to the monster arena. Now, as you were obviously building these weapons and so on and so forth, obviously you'll probably be getting some spheres, and if you have been continuing to take Waka along his route, if you will, here's as far as I've gotten so far. So yeah, take Waka all the way down here. I actually did, when I got to the end of part of the sphere grid, I was actually originally going to go straight here, but I realized there's some strength right up there, because by this point he wasn't able to one-shot the Sleep Sprout with just his normal physical attack yet, so I was like, alright, I ended up coming up. Obviously, you see both locks here are gone because like I said, I was originally going to go this way. Then I decided, no, I removed this lock up here for future people that have to come up through here. So I just went up here, got the strength up here, and by this point, I think he wasn't able to do it every time to one-shot the Sleep Sprout, but he was doing it enough with his physical attack that I basically just kept doing the physical attack. Sometimes he'd miss it, and we'd all die. But the infrequence of that made it worthwhile just to save time. Just go into the battle, attack with Waka, and you're done, kind of thing. So yeah, I felt that sped things up a bit quicker, sped it up. I think I posted in the video description as well, like the strength levels that Waka reached to. So yeah, when he reached strength level 121. He was able to one-shot the Sleep Sprout with his attack reels, and when he got to 151 is when he was able to one-shot the Sleep Sprout with his normal physical attack. So yeah, so right now he's down at near the end of Riku's part of the sphere grid here. So yeah, as long as you get to, where is it? Yeah, I guess this would have been the last strength sphere we needed to get before Waka could always overkill them, or one-shot them, and then yeah, so then obviously ended up back down here. So, yeah, there we go. So yeah, just forgot my train of thought there, and yeah, just refreshed my memory. So yeah, of what we're going to be getting into, and that is the whole point I was highlighting Wakka's stats is that this one enemy I want to fight in the monster arena here. I want to make sure the world champion's equipped. Yeah, all right. Pardon me. And we want to make sure that we want to get this equipped here. And Tidus, we want to have the Kalav Bullig equipped as well, and we want to make sure Wakka has Victor, and Tidus has Victor. Perfect. Alright. So let's do this the quick way with the stat spheres. So yeah, if you've got the same level of strength that I do with Wakka right now, vis-a-vis, you know, continuing to take Wakka along his path, along the sphere grid, you should be able to handle Kottos without any issues. Why Kottos? Well, let's find it. As you can tell just from the fact of the familiar look of him, he hits like a truck, and he's going to counter pretty much any physical attack you send his way, especially while his hands are up. So yeah. So he's got 440,000 hit points. In other words, you need to be able to one-shot him, which is what I will be doing. I need to do 15,000 damage to overkill him, which will double the drops, and that is the important part with this enemy here. He's got a defense of 60, but that won't really be necessary, because like I say, if you've got around the same strength that Wakka has for me, then you should be fine. Agility of 36, accuracy of 150, so you're probably not going to be dodging anything. No elemental affinities. Immune to sleep, silence, darkness, poison, petrification, slow, zombie, threaten, death, provoke, demi, delay, eject, and all 4 breaks. Zanmato level of 5. You can steal 4 stamina springs or 2 soul springs as the rare steal. And when he drops items, every fiend in here has the rare chance of dropping 1 dark matter. But what we're looking for from this thing is its common drop, which is 20 healing springs. Not necessarily the healing springs, but the 20 times of that. So the quick way of getting your stat spheres replenished, get to whoever has the, or in my case Riku, hit him. That will apply the distill power, or distill speed, distill mana, distill ability, whatever is equipped. You'll get revived. And what am I thinking of here? Okay, so Tidus to defend here, because Wakka's got a full overdrive. So let's hit him with attack reels. So yeah, as you can see, if you've got the same amount of strength that I have with Wakka, I think that was doing almost twice as much damage as was needed to one-shot him with it, but yeah. So yeah, with that, because we used the Distill Power ability on him, instead of dropping 20 healing springs, he dropped 20 Power Spheres. So yeah, and obviously we overkilled him, so that doubled that to 40. So yeah, this is definitely the quick way to replenishing your stock of stat spheres. So yeah. And in case you're wondering, obviously now that Wakka used up his overdrive gauge, with Victor equipped, he's got 60%, and with well, obviously we'll be going in there, just to, I'll do it again. Area Conquest, Kottos. So yeah, now Wakka doesn't have a full overdrive gauge. What shall you do? Well, guess what? Well, let's hit him again. Ow. Okay, let's try that again, Riku. I want to start getting our accuracy up, but yeah, let's use Entrust. Wakka, so he's got a full overdrive gauge. Alright, let's get Riku another chance. There you go. Ow. And hit him again. Another 40. Now, keep in mind, obviously, if it drops the dark matters, you're only going to get 2 of the spheres you're looking for from doing that. So, yeah, just It will happen occasionally, but obviously since the dark matter is the rare drop, it shouldn't be too much of a hassle, hopefully. So yeah. So now we've got lots of ability spheres, and actually, you know what? Or stat spheres. Let's actually get this in a bit more of a friendly spot here. Come on, let's move them all up to the front. Just so you can quickly check to see how many you've got, kind of thing. And there we go. So I got 85 power spheres. That's good enough for me. So yeah, that's the way, the recommended way of replenishing your stat spheres. All right, now with that, since we know how we're going to do that, now we need to think about how we are actually going to be getting ourselves through the sphere grid. So let's get our weapons equipped. Victrix and the Ragnarok. Now, ideally, it would be a good idea to have at least three people with Curaga. Now, I don't think Titus has it yet. No, so I may have to do a little bit of a preliminary thing, but personally, obviously, Yuna's got it. I've got it with Orin as well, because I was moving him along the sphere grid as well. And let's find out how far away from like Titus is. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 it looks like. So yeah, this is where Curaga is. So 28 sphere levels or so. And, or at least 28 sphere levels, and Titus will learn that. So let's get him those sphere levels. Which will be a good demonstration of how to, of one method of getting this done. So, yeah. We want Comrade equipped on everybody. Might as well equip it on everybody, rather than just the top 3. There we go. Now we got the weapons and armors equipped. A-okay. Alright. How are we going to get ourselves around the sphere grid? Well, there's actually 2 ways I'd recommend. I can recommend, anyway. First one is a species? No, it's not. It's area. Cactuar King. Hello, little cutie. Alright. Alright, so basically all we're doing here is casting Haska on it. And let it rip. So obviously it's got the 2 attacks there, 10,000 needles, and also 99,999 needles as well, which does a lot of damage to you, and that damage is tripled, and then immediately converted. That damage is converted to your overdrive, which is then tripled, and then that's converted to AP, and then your AP is tripled as well. So yeah, all of this damage is going straight into your AP. With Comrade equipped, whoever is not getting hit with this amount of damage is getting their AP filled up. Obviously, there is a bit of randomness to this, in that the Cactuar King itself is the one choosing who is going to attack. So it may be a little lopsided sometimes, but this is indeed a way to do it, and there is the chance of it. Well, if you don't want to run from the battle, it will eventually run away as well, or at least it can anyway. Cactuar King itself has 100,000 HP, so there's an option as well if you want to take it out, but I'm just going to go the non-violent way for now. So yeah, I think that'll wait until the next person next either Riku or Titus comes up so we can flee, and then we'll see how much AP we've accumulated just from this. So it looks like Riku's next if she doesn't get killed. Alright. Now, one thing you want to keep in mind while you're doing this as well, this applies to any situation. The reason why you want at least one person with the ability to use Curaga and heal somebody up, especially in that case, is because we've got lots of AP there, so over 1 million I think I saw, is that the pardon me, the amount of, like, for instance, Walker right now has half his HP. That actually does, the fact that he only has half of his HP does affect how much AP you get from, you know, being attacked like that. So yeah, it is a good idea to make sure your HP is all maxed out for everybody, so that, you know, you just, you know, when they take a damage, they'll get revived, and then you heal them up, and then just basically maximize your AP gathering like that. So yeah, anyways, we got Titus some more sphere levels, so let's, I'm going to take him up to Kiraga, and I'll be right back. Alright, and he's got Kiraga. Awesome, that's as far as we'll go for now. So yeah, now that I've got the 3 party members I'd like to have Kiraga, I got Titus, Orin, and Yuna. Now this next method for AP grinding is the one I will be using. So I want to actually have Waka with Stoic, and everybody else with Comrade. Pardon me. That's what I double check something. Okay, sure. Let's check in Waka's overdrive gauge, make sure it still had something in it. Alright. Won't need it, but I just wanted to make sure. Alright, so now we've got the 3 party members that have the Kiraga. Generally, okay, so Waka's going to be the one carrying us through this next method, which is the method I will be using to get everybody through the sphere grid. Want to have at least one healer on hand. So in this case, I'll have the healer. So we got Waka, and then a healer, which would be a person with Kiraga, and then one person who isn't. So it'd be Titus, say Titus and Riku here, and then next would be, say, Orin and Kimari, and then finally would be Yuna and Lulu to get them up to the 99 sphere levels, and then basically just start taking them through. Now I'm going to try and keep focus on Waka to make sure he gets to the end, he gets filled up first, and then he'll get priority, and then I'll work on everybody else's kind of thing as when his sphere levels are done. So yeah. So now for the next method, just make sure everything's a-okay. Yeah. All right, let's. This one's a bit more predictable on what to expect. Fight Don Tonberry. Now, Don Tonberry, every single physical attack you send its way, well, it kind of behaves the same way as the other Tonberries do. You know, they'll walk forward 4 times, and then they'll start doing their normal thing. However, on his way there, he'll, every time you attack him, he'll counter with Karma. You may want to find out exactly who has the who's going to take the most damage, i.e. whoever has killed the most enemies. So let's see. Waka just took 965, was it? So let's see. Let's heal up Waka here. Let's bring in Titus and see how he does. So 9665 for Waka. Oh, same for Titus. Alrighty, so I guess there's options there, but I'm probably going to go with Waka just because that's who I've been focusing so far, but yeah. Alright, let's just defend. Let's bring Waka back in. So yeah, obviously he'll stop using Karma once he's walked up 4 times, so that's usually a good idea. Good indicator to run from the battle, because after that, he doesn't do as much damage. So, yeah. So I think that's what, we move up twice now. You know, let's, I wonder if Yuna might have haste go. No, probably not. So it might be a good idea to haste Waka to speed things up. But considering how much AP we're going to get out of this, it might not be necessary. Well, let's just flee from the battle there. Just to see how much AP we got out of that. Why didn't we get any? Hang on a sec. What's going on here? Oh, that's why. Because I forgot to... No? Why didn't I get any AP? That's why. Because I didn't get the ladies on their weapons. Alright. Attempt number 2 at this. Alright, let's heal up and give it another shot. Just when you think you've worked out all the kinks. I'm just going to attack it once and then make sure Yuna and Lulu both get turns and then we'll flee. Obviously, it would be nice to have at least one party member alongside the healer to use flee, but yeah, that's just as simple as swapping in Riku or Tidus and then fleeing the battle, so yeah. I might as well heal up Waka. So we do need to get Yuna her turn, and Lulu her turn, and then we'll flee. But yeah, if you really wanted to, you could go off and kill 35 more fiends with Waka, or whoever's taking the most damage, and then yeah, so just attack, and then we'll bring in Tidus or Riku or something. There's somebody to flee from the battle. But yeah, you could take it up to the point where Waka, or whoever's taking the damage, is being hit with quintuple 9s all the time, and then you can maximize your SP like that. But this is just going to show you how effective it is even when you're not getting max damage. So yeah, over 1 million SP for Lulu and Yuna. Obviously Waka didn't get anything because he's already at the maximum sphere level. So yeah, that's how I'm going to be doing this. What was I thinking of now? I think that might be it, actually. Let's just heal up. Let's make sure everybody's equipped with the right weapons this time. Yeah, let's get there. Lewin. Alright, we're good to go now. Alright, so now I'm ready to actually start taking everybody through the sphere grid. So yeah, like I said, we get one healer, so it'll be Tidus, Yuna, and Auron are the healers here. So Waka will be doing the damage and taking the damage with Tidus and Tidus and Riku along for the ride, and then Auron and CHIMERA along for the ride, and then Yuna and Lulu along for the ride to be able to heal up Waka every time he takes damage, kind of thing, just so you can maximize your AP gathering. And yeah, so between now and next time, I will be taking everybody through the sphere grid, or at least I'll be focusing on Tidus, Riku, Waka, and Auron to make sure I get them maxed out in the sphere grid first, and then if there's time, then I'll go with CHIMERA, Yuna, and Lulu after that. So yeah. But it would be nice to be able to get all 7 of them, but I guess I'm just going to focus on those 4 main ones, and then we'll go on from there, because there is still one more thing we need to do before we start taking on the Monster Arena itself, and we will be taking care of that next time. This is Intrepid83 signing off. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit like. Liking the video makes it easier for other people to find the video so that they can watch it and enjoy it as well. And be sure to share the... be sure to hit subscribe and enable notifications yourself on the way out, just so you can keep up with the series here and any future uploads. Keep in mind, I do not post anything on Thursdays and Fridays, and if any other day during the week does not receive a video, be sure to check my Twitter feed. I'm at Intrepid83. The link to that is in the video description for any updates regarding that type of situation. And yeah, the playlist link is there as well, so yeah, definitely share this video or even the playlist with anybody you think may be able to get something out of it, or if they may enjoy the series itself. So yeah, feel free to share it with them. That's what it's there for. Alright, and it definitely makes it easier for people who stumble upon the video itself and they want to find the playlist, because I sometimes find myself wondering that, but just a nice quick click to get to the playlist. But anyways, and as always, comments are welcome. Just please, no spoilers with regards to the fiends in the Monster Arena here and beyond, and we will talk about them when we get to them. So yeah. Alright, this is Intrepid83 signing off. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, be blessed, and have a good one.